I still remember the night I realized I had nothing left to lose, except myself. It was raining outside, the kind of rain that feels like the sky is grieving with you. I was sitting on the cold kitchen floor, holding an unpaid bill in my trembling hands. My bank balance was almost zero, and the person I trusted the most had just walked out of my life. My name is Millie, and once I believed that love and hard work were enough to build a life. I grew up in a small apartment where dreams felt bigger than reality. My mother used to say, "Life doesn't hand you comfort, Millie. You have to create it." I believed her. I worked hard. I studied late nights, took small jobs, and slowly built something stable. And then I met Daniel. He wasn't just charming, he made me feel seen, like all my struggles meant something. We built dreams together, or at least I thought we did. We started a small online business. It wasn't much in the beginning, just late nights, cheap coffee, and endless hope. I trusted him with everything, my savings, my ideas, my future. And for a while, it felt like we were winning, until one day, everything changed. It started small. He became distant. Calls went unanswered. Late nights turned into excuses. I told myself I was overthinking. I didn't want to believe that something was wrong. But what I didn't know that day was that the person I trusted with my life was already planning to take it away. I found out in the worst possible way, a single email, a business transfer confirmation. My name wasn't on it. I stared at the screen, trying to understand what I was looking at. My heart was pounding so loud, it felt like it would break through my chest. He had transferred everything, the business, the money, everything we built, into his name. And then he disappeared. No calls, no explanation, no goodbye, just silence. That night, sitting on the kitchen floor, I realized something terrifying. I hadn't just lost money, I had lost trust, stability, and the version of myself that believed in people. But what hurt the most was knowing I never saw it coming. The days after that felt like walking through fog. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. Every corner of my apartment reminded me of him, of us, of the life I thought we were building together. I kept replaying everything in my mind. How did I miss this? There were signs, weren't there? The sudden secrecy, the way he avoided financial conversations, the time he said, "Trust me, I'll handle everything." And I did. That was my mistake. I trusted him blindly. I tried to contact him. Dozens of calls, messages, emails. Nothing. It was like he erased himself from my life after taking everything with him. The bills kept coming. Rent, electricity, internet. Reality didn't pause for heartbreak. I had to survive. So I started again. From zero. I picked up freelance work, anything I could find. Late nights returned, but this time they felt heavier. There was no excitement, no shared laughter, just silence and pressure. But something inside me started to shift. Pain has a strange way of waking you up. One night, while working on a small project, I realized something. The business idea, the strategy, the systems, they were mine. Daniel didn't create it, I did. And suddenly, I didn't feel as powerless. I started researching again, learning again, building again. But this time, I did it alone. No shortcuts, no blind trust, no shared control. Every decision was mine. And slowly, things began to change. My work improved, clients started noticing, opportunities grew. I wasn't just surviving anymore. I was rebuilding. Stronger, smarter, wiser. But deep down, there was still a wound, not just from the loss, but from the betrayal. I didn't want revenge at first. I just wanted peace. Until one day, I saw something that changed everything. A social media post. Daniel, smiling, celebrating the success of the business. My business. My ideas. My work. Presented as his. And in that moment, something inside me didn't break. It hardened. Not with anger, but with clarity. He didn't just take from me. He built his success on my silence. And I realized I wasn't going to stay silent anymore. I didn't scream. I didn't confront him emotionally. I didn't beg for answers. Instead, I got to work. Quietly, carefully, strategically. I gathered everything. Old emails, business drafts, financial records, proof of ownership, proof of creation. Every late-night idea I had ever written down became evidence. And then I made my move. Not publicly, not dramatically, but legally. I filed a claim. I presented the truth. And for the first time, Daniel had to face something he couldn't ignore. Facts. The process wasn't easy. It took time, patience, strength. There were moments I wanted to give up, moments I questioned everything, but I didn't stop, because this wasn't just about money anymore. It was about reclaiming my voice. And then the day came. The decision was made. The business, the rights, the ownership were returned to me. But what mattered most wasn't what I got back. It was who I became. Because somewhere along the way, I stopped being the girl who trusted blindly and became the woman who trusted herself. As for Daniel, he didn't disappear this time. He just became irrelevant. No anger, no closure conversation, just distance. Because some people don't deserve a second chapter in your life. Today, I sit in a different space, a better one. Not because everything is perfect, but because I am stronger. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Sometimes the biggest betrayal doesn't destroy you. It reveals you. It shows you your strength, your resilience, your ability to rise again. And if you're listening to my story right now, feeling broken, lost, or betrayed, remember this. You are not starting from nothing. You are starting from experience. And that is worth more than anything anyone could ever take from you. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've ever been betrayed by those closest to you, know that you are stronger than the pain. Drop a comment below. I read every single one. And remember, keep blooming. If you like my story, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it.